gang, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I customize my frontals. Now this hair was sent to me by IWISH Hair, who are an Aliexpress vendor company. So let's get straight into the video. So of course put on some gloves first because we're going to be dealing with a lot of chemicals. Then I just get a thin comb and brush all the hairs back on the frontal because I wanted to assure that I didn't actually bleach the hair, I was just bleaching the actual lace. I use these clips just to hold all the hair together. Now for the bleaching, first of all turn your frontal over and then add 2 scoops of the powder, but don't add loads of the developer in, just keep adding as you go along because we're trying to go for a really thick substance. Now this is about the amount that I would use for a closure, but of course we've got a frontal this time, so add another 2 cups of the powder and just continue to add the developer in slowly. Once that's all mixed together, the substance should look like this. It shouldn't drip, it shouldn't be sloppy, it should stay on the brush. Stick your brush in and see if it moves, or pick up the bowl and move it a bit and see if it falls down. Then I put 2 drops of purple hair dye into the substance, and this is just to remove all the orange knots on the frontal. Now you guys are probably thinking, Nicole, why do you have a knife? But I personally, guys, prefer to use a knife because if I use a brush, I will literally be too heavy-handed and all the bleach will go onto the hair and I will just ruin everything. So I prefer to use a knife and spread it like butter. And don't be afraid to take so long on this part, guys. This is very important. Spread it ever so gently, and then when you come to the front, just make sure it's all done because of course that's going to be your natural hairline. Then just place the frontal on the foil and use the back of your comb, or use anything really, just to see if you have like put the bleach on the hair, which is what we do not want to do. So I had a quick check, everything was fine. Then just place another piece of foil on top. This will just speed up the process, and we just leave this all on for 30 minutes. Now to wash all the bleach out, I just use my purple shampoo, and as you can see I got this from my local hair shop, Packs. It was £7.49 I think. After you've washed all that out, just grab a comb and just comb through the hair so there's no knots. And this is what it looks like after it's been bleached, guys. So I obviously thought this was the complexion of my scalp, but when it dries it's a completely different colour. So I need to fix it now. Grab a kettle and grab a bowl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tea bags. Pour the boiling hot water into the bowl. Now stir, stir, stir. Make sure you get all of the tea out. What you want to do next, guys, is get a hairband and tie the hair up because of course we only want to tint the lace. We don't want it to really touch the hair. Take all the tea bags out after about 3 minutes. Make sure you get all the tea out. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now this is what the lace looks like before we tint. Just literally dip the whole thing in. Actually not the whole thing, but you know, Dip the lace in, get your spoon and literally dab, 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 dab. Because a lot of my lace wasn't even getting touched, I just added a little bit more of the hot water and I added a little bit of sea salt. Now, as you guys can see, this looked a lot more realistic than how it was before. So I think I'm quite happy with how it looks now. Now for the fun part. First of all, place your lace frontal onto your dough mannequin and secure it with pins. Now, I personally work better when the hair's wet, so throughout this whole video I'll be spraying it. So first of all guys, just brush the hair back and then I'm just plucking all of the blonde hairs that I bleached by accident. Once that's all done, I'm going to have a plucking spree and just make the hairline as natural as I want it. Once you've plucked a fair amount, make sure you keep combing the hair so you can see the natural state. So you can just keep plucking until you're happy with how it looks, but please be careful, do not pluck the lace because I've done that once and it was a disaster. So now we're going to separate the baby hairs because we do not want to pluck these out. And now just pluck behind the baby hairs, just so we can get a gradient look, because no one's hair at the front is super thick. We need it to look as natural as possible. So just keep plucking until you're happy with how it looks really. Once you're happy with that line, make sure you comb it out and then just go for another section. So put the end of the comb through the hair and just section it off. And now start plucking. I didn't go too far back when plucking, so next step is just keep brushing the hair so you can see how it looks as a whole. And of course I took my time with this, so I wasn't really happy with how it looked, so go back and do the whole process again. This is roughly on the head where I stop plucking and sectioning off the hair. So now I think I'm happy with it. Let's start with the baby hairs. And I use a razor blade, guys. I think it's just easier for me. So I'll start by making the hair shorter, just so it's easier to work with. Then once it's short, I get into sections and I start like shaving down, making it as natural as possible. I don't really want it to be blunt, so just take your time with this and just shave away. I cannot stress enough, guys, this is not the way to do it. This is just how I do it. I like my baby hairs to swing back into my hair, so this is why I'm doing it this way. Now do the same on the other side. Keep spraying the hair, guys, because it's a lot easier to work with when the hair's wet. There's no wrong or right way to do this part, to be fair. Everyone's preference is different, so just keep working around the head until you're happy with how it looks. And unfortunately, I've lost the footage of me plucking the top of the lace frontal, so I can't show you guys what I've done, but I can try to explain it for you. So I didn't pluck as much as I did to the sides because I feel the sides of my hair are very thin compared to the top. But as I said before, everyone's preference is different, so just customize the frontal how you would like it, really. But we've come to the end of the video now, and I really hope that I helped someone in some way. If you did like this, please give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you have any questions for me. I will be sure to answer them as soon as I can. But thanks for watching, and see you guys in my next video.